Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It's another wonderful Monday this April of 2024, making it a wonderful day for the murder. And you know me, I'm a big fan of murder. That is why y'all are staring at a screen here with two professionals on it. Interesting. Those people who view my stream will know that, lo and behold, I have mentioned this game before and I am going to be going over it now. It does contain a healthy dose of murder, but the second reason we're going over it is simply because I also have an idea for a series. I have an idea for a series that's more extreme than what you're going to see here, but thanks to the wonderful ability to review games with AI, we know when professionals make some really big mistakes. And I thought about making that a little series, professional bloopers, if you will, where pros did drop the ball, blew their lead, all those good things, and how they managed to do that. Because contrary to popular belief, I'm not the only one that does that, thank you very much. Pros do it too. So let's take a look at this game and see how one of these players missed a golden opportunity. Game starts off, as games often do, in the upper right-hand corner with a 4-4 point. And Yamayuta, one of Japan's strongest professional players, takes a 4-4 for himself as well. Yeah, I know. Look, it's a 3-3. Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Like, a ridiculous amount of games go this way. It's just the way it is. So we go block, because I'm in at this point, like, oh man, I don't want to embarrass anyone, but I was recently going over a game with a student who, very identical board position to here, except this was a 3-4 point, I think. No, actually this was a 4 point, this was a 4-4. 4-4, and then invade, he was white. And then he asked, how do I know which direction to block? Doesn't matter, it's literally the same when there's two open corners and a 4-4 stone here. There, yeah, so if you're wondering, why did white block this way? It's the exact same. It's the exact same. So we go here, here, into here. Oh, not surrounding the corner. Interesting decision. Let's see how that turns out for him. White goes into a 3-4, so he's got wall into a little bit of an extendy little boy. All that is fantastic. Black takes the 4-4. White grabs himself a happy little enclosure. Black does the same, taking some territories. This is also very, very common. Why is it very, very common? Because it's the easiest thing to do in the history of ever, as long as you've got some skills to back it up. Because your corner was stolen, right? So you steal the corner for your opponent. That way you each have two corners again, right? Strategically, it makes sense because, well, you know, corners are the easiest places to get territory from. So if my opponent has three corners and I've only got one corner, it can be a little bit complicated. But if my opponent has two corners and I have two corners, that should be pretty even, is the theory there. Let's see how that works out for him. Because now this is not a completely open board, is it? You, dear viewer, may have noticed, quite astutely might I add, that there are more stones on the board than there were when the bottom left-hand corner got invaded. Now, there's a wall. Could be used with this. It wasn't surrounded, so these can be tied together. We don't know yet. Let's see how it goes. But does not take offer of the flying knife. Honestly, there's only a few professionals who really do play the flying knife religiously right now. One person that pops up to mind is not Nakamura. The other one, Kim Yoon Ji. I think she's been doing that a lot lately. But all right, played for Sente. And now, because the lower left-hand corner wasn't surrounded, look at who's making a breakout. Yeah, look at all that potential territory. Ain't that amazing to be able to get off of a corner that you stole from your opponent? That's awesome. I love it. And then, of course, we have the Atari into the Descent, because, I mean, that's just what everybody is doing now, with good reason. It's really huge for your opponent to, like, get something like this, and then also be able to just be like, all right, now I'm going to continue the wall. Like, that's really huge. Because they got Sente to take a big move, and then they go back to finish the Joseki where they're supposed to end in Gote, right? So it's huge. It's huge, man. Unfortunately, this is now Gote too, so Black got Sente twice. And now you all know the pincer. You all know the pincer. This right now, this game, essentially is a full board Fuseki. That's what it is. It's been played often enough that this is probably currently some no-named full board sequence, because I've seen it in amateur games, I've seen it in professional games, so many professional games, both played like on Fox and actual ones like this one, which is the, I want to say Meijin semifinals. Give me a second to double check that. I was wrong. This is the Honinbo semifinals. So this is a really important game. This is for like a title. This is a title, man. So White, in this extremely important game, determine who is going to be fighting for a title in Japan. Pincers. Reason why you pincer is because let's imagine that you just decide to settle, and then Black is to play here. Who would you really rather be in this board position right now? The right is like 10 points. Who cares? The bottom left is about gunning for 4 or 5 points, and the upper left enclosure is undercut. That is a lot of really unfortunate things that are occurring right now. Black doesn't really have any groups that are easy to attack. They all seem to be completely fine, and there's potential radiating off of multiple. The enclosure here can extend, go up top, whatever. The wall can still do things. This can still come up or extend and do things. I would probably rather be, I think I'd rather be Black here. Now, big thing, attacking thing. Now we're going somewhere. Black says, I just want to settle. That's all I want to do, just settle. White makes an exchange. And then plays simple. He's like, I'm just going to play for territory. Not getting into anything complicated here. Just playing for territory. Bam, done, over it. Now, this is the thing that you don't normally do. I mentioned it in my book, running on the third line is pretty dangerous. But let's see how that works out for him. So he extends. And White's like, hey, got a bunch of territory now. And Black's like, yeah, you do. Look at all those points. We can count them, too. Look how easy it is to count. About that. We don't really know the thing here and here. So about 8 points. Okay, a few more. Few more. There we go. Now, this next move is important because it is wrong. If Black did the variation the AI wants, the variation that, dare I say it, you would all probably have played immediately, he'd have between a 75 to an 80% chance to win the game, depending on which engine you use. Fine Art, for example, puts it around, God, I think it was like 76, 77-ish. And Fine Art's a really, really strong engine, gives handicap to professional players every day, all day. So it is not a pushover. I think Catago doesn't, or at least my version of Catago, doesn't do quite that high, but still very, very efficient and nice board position for black. It stands to reason, as you might know, especially if you review with AI in your own games, for example, that in amateur level, 50% even game, 60% even game, 70% even game, 80% someone's definitely got a better board position, and 90 you've almost got it completely, in the bag. At a professional level, because spoiler, they're better than us. Yeah, every little advantage is amplified. So you wouldn't want regularly to be taking positions where you're 75, 80%, for example, chance to lose a game. Because at the pro level, that is some serious stuff. That is some serious stuff. So where is the sequence that starts a really, really great position for black? Take a minute if you want. Pause the video. Go see where. Go see what you can find. Go see what you can find. What do you come up with? Because if you started here, then you are wrong. That is the actual move and the mistake that every AI engine agrees with is a mistake. This one, on the other hand, is a bit more interesting. Why is this one more interesting? Well, it's pretty simple. If we play away right now, then this would be unfortunate. So we can't play this way, right? We're going to get killed. That's regrettable. So we're not going to do that. Okay, we're not doing that. We're going to play here. And then there's here. And then there's here. And now there's a co. Best you can hope for. Co for life. So we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to do that. Not going to do that. Instead, if plays here, every AI engine also says we're going to protect because the co for life is a bit of a pain in the butt. At this point, you just sealed off this incente. Because if we play away again, we've got this kind of thing. If we want to keep this, we can't. We're completely fine with that. But we now have Sente to follow up. An interesting move. It threatens to take the top of the board or do shenanigans in the corner. White cannot allow that sort of thing, so white's going to have to pincer. Which means black gets to poke. And black gets to poke. And then, sorry. I'm stupid. I forgot. I went back too far in the variation. Here, there. There we go. This is the board position that the AI recommends, both Fine Art and Catago. Unfortunately, it's also the variation that the professional missed. The move that he went with is very, very telling. This one, which is going to even up the game and lose your advantage, regrettably, is more of a territorial move. Despite the fact we've got influence here and influence here, and this entire area is open. Professionals are so trained, probably because of the AI or misunderstanding AI, to only think about that freaking territory. Didn't consider a wall that spans literally the entire board. White has to defend, and then you get to attack this for the rest of the game. You can just put pressure on it here. You could pressure on it from over here to build off here. This is still waiting for later. It's not a guaranteed win, But oh boy, would it have been a nice board position. Much, much easier to use, both at a high level and a low level, than this one. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. So, okay, let's see the damage. What happens? Well, white understands influence, so he takes steps to immediately and lightly reduce the influence. Black then misses his connection that could have possibly have been Sente. So now we have two things back to back because the diagonal threats coat for this group here, which white gets to ignore, and getting that move correct, gets a reduction. We're now at a 75 to 80 chance for black to win to a 50-50. It's now back to being a coin flip, anyone's game. This is a light example of a series I want to do. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more of this sort of thing. Because there are some games where players had 99 chance to win and blew it doing something stupid. Yes, even professionals have games like that on record. And thanks to the AI, we can identify every last one of them. So yeah, if you'd like to see it, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know about that. But all right, let's see how this goes. Well, has to attack, because we can't just wave goodbye to this because you lose the game. Like, if this gets literally just third line territory, bro, it's over. It's over. Oh, I'm sorry. I did a 3-spacer. I didn't even process that. My bad. Did a 2-spacer. And then we did this. Into that one, into here, into there. There, that looks a bit better. There we go. Oh, instantly getting an eye shape. Black moves to attack. And white shows that he is not above mistakes either. He decides not to cut his losses and go all in with this group. Fun fact, AI said, yeah, forget it. Just take the influence here and just start using it with the middle because you're set up for it. It's fascinating how absolutely insane it is how often the AI wants a professional, or anyone really, to play for influence, especially when there's that much of it. But because everyone's so trained right now to only think about territory and 3-3 and corner invasions, they start missing the obvious. So he's going all in. And really going all in to remove all the things. He's going for an instant knockout. High risk, high reward kind of game. Goes back and plays, but that he already made this exchange is going to be important later. Because he's committed, so he's got to defend. Now threaten to kill all the things. Forcing move. White's changing his mind about whether or not he wants to stay here. Black gets to cut through. But yeah, making this exchange, look how important that was. Like, if he decided to go here and do this, right? But this stone wasn't here, then later on, white could do more things here. Because you've got cutting points still, right? Because he made this exchange, he won't have that opportunity. So he sealed this area off before, he sealed the area off before making the exchange. So he's shooting himself in the foot. As a result, he's feeling compelled to, once again, see about Aji, and Black's like, okay, I like this area for myself. I will keep it for myself. Thank you. White says, this area is mine. Black says, I've already won. And the AI actually kind of agrees. AI actually kind of agrees at this point. This did not go well for White, especially because of the exchange to lock this area off. So Black's in a good position. White realizes that too. I mean, he's a professional 9Dan. And I think current or former title holder? One of the two? So he knows it's time to do things. We've got to do something. But this is pretty secure, so Black's just like, all right, I'll come out too. Why not? And White's like, I will attack and kill all the things. And Black's like, okay, I'd like to see that. So White says, behold me attacking and killing all of the things. And Black is still like, waiting to see that. Take Hane. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good. It's like, hey, can I live? And Black's like, no. You can't. Again, 9Dan versus 8Dan professional. Semifinals of a title match. Nope, you're dead. Am I really dead? Oh yeah, boy, you so dead. Like, okay. You sure? Positive. Positive, very dead. Well, what about a co? Okay, fine. Technically, you got me there in a technicality. Because there could be a connection here into a connection into a drop down, and then you've got to, like, capture and throw in and stuff. If you win the co, you don't have to do that. So, a lot of moves saved. White says, can't ignore this one, can you? Black says, yeah, it can. I got these that I can kill. And are you really alive here? Because remember, there's still this Atari, and we've already reviewed this turn, didn't we? So go here into taking, no more co. Co's gone. One I obtained. Trying to get out. Trying to get out. Trying to get out. And denied. Well, okay, we're going to cut. Well, that's not looking too great now, is it? No, not really. This is an interesting move. Black is acknowledging that he's in a fight, so he's playing aggressively against this. Fun fact, the AI engine say, bro, you don't need to play that aggressively. You can just make simple shape, and you'd be good to go. And that this actually loses you like 4 points or something ridiculous. Starting to come in. And connect. Now this is a chin scratcher if you're not careful. White is still dead. White is still dead. Black should play here. Solid. Black does play here. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's weird. If he connects right now, he's alive. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Problem is, this solidifies, this becomes in danger, these stones can still be killed, and then we can attack the 3 over here as well. The white probes. Easy connection. Trying to maintain pressure. That means you don't get to live. Could have linked up and saved himself. He'd still be behind because he was going to be attacked for the rest of the game. And he'd only have like the territory here and the territory here where Black is flashing a lot of things that he can attack, a lot of things he can potentially kill, and White will probably not make any more points for the rest of the entire game. So he tried to defend, keep that variation from coming true. Unfortunately, now it means that this is dead locally. One eye, false eye, ouch. Connection. Make sure we're fine here. Make sure we're not going to have liberty shortages if we have to go back and capture. Trying to force liberty shortages. But hey, look at that. There's cutting points. Into cutting points. Trying to do anything to stop him from being able to just turn around and do a thing. If we can get a second here, that'd be great. But there's too many cutting points. You know it and I know. We all know it. This next move is really, really good. Which is why I can say with some authority that I would likely have missed it. The Hane. It looks like a weird thing to do because there's an Atari left and right of the stones, right? White seems to think so. But this doesn't matter. It's just getting white off your back here and here, so you never have to capture that and it remains all nice and dead. Take, done over it. Trying to save. Okay, sure, whatever. It's like, hey, can I kill these? No? Alright, thought I'd ask. You sure? Yeah, looks like he's sure. You really sure? Oh, yeah, he's really sure. Okay. Well, I guess we get to Atari then. Getting more and more shape and more eyes. Slowly cutting off the 3 stones if he can, because why not? Has a whole heap of amount of liberties. So he's perfectly fine. White tentatively disagrees. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a say in this. He's just wrong. Hane. It's like, ooh, Ko. I like Ko. White says, this is not the Ko. You are going to die. And Black's just like, bro, you're still on drugs. And that's true. He can't do anything here. Because you can cut here, but then you take here and this is captured. There's no way to stop this and this at the same time. So, yeah. White has to resign. At the end of the day, Black did still win. Black did still win, but he did throw away a ridiculously good board position. Completely missed it. Completely missed it. But yeah, this is dead, and now a little bit of hunting here could theoretically occur, but probably not. It's hard to save here and poke here and save this. Probably not going to happen. Instead, we're probably just going to see, we would see if the game continued. Just territory here growing. And if we look at the score guesstimator 5,000, yeah, Black's up by at least 30 points. So that's a pretty convincing win. Pretty convincing win indeed. Either way, it's an idea for a series that I've been rolling around in the back of my head for quite some time, because there are some games where a person should have won. And even sometimes the board position is kind of like this, where you've got a professional level, like huge kill that someone bungles, or they don't realize it's dead or somehow, and they play away. Like, these things actually happen at a professional level in high-level games. And I kind of want to bring some of those games to your attention. So, yeah, if you're interested in a series like that, do go ahead and let me know. Because there are a lot of games that I've got saved to bring to your attention in that regard. And I think you'd like them. I think you'd like them. Either way, hope you enjoyed today's Murder Monday. Hope you enjoyed this game. And maybe for those of you who need it, we're reassured that influence is still a thing in great enough quantities. Yeah, AI, once influence reaches critical mass, all for it. And one way AI can reach, not AI, one way influence can reach critical mass, when it literally spans the entire friggin' board. Like that one does. Yeah. Go figure, eh? Either way, I hope you enjoy the game. As always, see you next time. Take care, buddy.